Alright, so I am going to draw things, hopefully, with any luck. Let me know if the music is too loud because I don't want to blast you guys, but you know me, I have to have something to draw to. But I can turn it down a little bit if y'all need it. And I felt like peppy music today, because peppy is always good. I kind of have an idea. Sorry about that. I'm going to move my microphone so I can actually do this. I kind of have an idea of something I want to start with. We'll see if it turns out the way I kind of want it to. It might. You never know. Ah, no. That's it. Oh my goodness. So I had a very busy day. It was a good day, but it was a very, very busy day. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately, but it's true. I feel like my days have been very, very busy lately. Alright, let's see. Through that, we will definitely go with. Alright, cool. So yeah, I had a pretty good day. I refreshed my strawberry bed. Well, actually what I did was just completely dig it up. And then once it was dug up, I turned all the dirt, which was pretty sad. The dirt was very compacted and not all that good looking anymore. And I added new dirt. Oh, no, that's okay. I will totally turn it down. I can never tell. I can look at the thing and kind of see. There we go. Is that a little bit better? Hopefully. I can also tweak it a little bit in a couple other places. Let me see if I can tweak it a little bit more so it's not too loud for y'all. Maybe that's a little bit better? Otherwise, I don't want it to be not enjoyable. There we go. So let me know if that is any better. If not, I can tweak it again. Because tweaking is something I can do. Okay, not a problem. So yeah, I was kind of just babbling about my strawberry bed because it was in sad shape. And I haven't ever really gotten good berries out of it, which just makes me even sadder. So I decided I was going to basically try to refresh and fix it. Alright. See if I can do this a little bit better. No, stop doing that, silly. There we go. I have no idea what I'm actually doing today. But I did want to draw something because drawing is fun. So we will see if this actually turns out. But yeah, I did the strawberry bed refresh, and then I moved a bunch of flowers from one bed to several other places in the yard because I want them to naturalize. Mostly because I'm too darn lazy to mow if I don't have to, and if I can get things that I like out in the yard, well then you don't have to do as much mowing. You know, if you got all these big pretty flowers, you don't have to mow nearly as much. At least that's the idea, I think. Also, I have no idea if I like this or not, but you know what? That's okay. I'm just going to keep on rolling with it and see how it turns out. We have itty bitty little wild strawberries that grow all over, and they're actually really good. They're like pretty sweet, but they're also tiny. And I want some like actual big strawberries. And I never realized until I've been watching a lot of different gardening YouTube videos. And I guess strawberries you kind of need to replace every couple years, which I never realized. Let's make this a little bit smaller. A little bit, not a lot. So in case you can't tell, I am drawing a cartoony owl because owls are cute. And also because the other night I was sitting here and I heard an owl that I swear sounded like an entire troop of monkeys. It was really weird. And then it would stop sounding like a monkey and start doing the hooting again, and then go back into screeching and sounding like an entire troop of monkeys again. It was a little bit weird. It was also a little bit cool. There we go. I've been trying really hard this week to get ahead on videos because I have company coming next week. And I'm finally a tiny bit ahead, but not as far as I want to be. It seems like every time I feel like I'm getting ahead, I manage to do something dumb and then I'm behind again. Not that that's like a big thing. This is the dumbest looking owl I think I've ever done. Oh! Okay, that's pretty funny. You know, it's really funny when you realize I don't think that strawberries in their... Oh, hey, Hazel! I don't think that strawberries were native to Europe. I think I saw a video recently that said that they were actually another one of those nice little American inventions. And I do mean inventions because I don't think any of us would like fruit and or vegetables in their original forms. Have you ever seen a video or a picture of watermelons from back, you know, in like the 14 and 1500s? They looked terrible. Like they had these great big seeds. It's kind of trippy. Alright. Well, I'm getting something done here. I don't know what though. I think I kind of like it. Alright. So yeah, I got the strawberry bed refreshed. It's now ready for planting. And then once I got that done, I made a bunch of leftovers for lunch because leftovers are just the bestest thing ever. And then I went back outside because the step on our back porch was almost to the point where if you didn't know where to step, you were likely to maybe kind of either fall or break through. So I decided to finally fix that. Yeah, it's going to kind of be an owl, sorta. A very cartoony owl. Because, I don't know, I just kind of felt like doing a little owl because I heard an owl the other night. Hey, Jay! Good to see you. I'm drawing a dumb owl, because why not? Because owls are cute. Alright. I mean... So yeah, then I did the porch, and then I finished moving some more of the flowers that I wanted to naturalize. And then after I did that, I came in the house and took a nap. Like, no lie, I was so tired. So it's been a day. You wouldn't think that I would need a nap, but I definitely felt like I needed a nap today. I was just definitely a sleepy child. Owls are cute. We like owls. Now we just need to maybe... Obviously this owl needs a silly little head. Oh, let's not accidentally lose the drawing again. I like its little feet. I mean, hopefully I will like its little feet even more once I figure out what I'm doing and get the final sketch going, and then we can add some color and stuff, because color is exciting. So yeah, I didn't realize that it was already the 17th, and yeah, I have company coming in a couple of days. That's a little bit insane. I was not aware. Well, I was aware of it, but at the same time, I thought I had longer. So I was like, oh, oops. Oh, it's been Major Bird Week here too. Oh, a magpie? That's cool. I have had pretty much every day this week since I put up the hummingbird feeder. I have had a Baltimore Oriole, and he is just, oh, he is absolutely gorgeous. I really, really think he is one of the prettiest. You know what I need to do? I need to move this again and do a drawing on top. Do some actual final lines. Our weather has been pretty good. We've cooled off a little bit again. Not a lot, but we have cooled off a little bit again, which is fine. Because we were definitely a little bit above normal. So the fact that we've gone back down to closer to normal, I'm okay with. Alright, let me get some lines on top of this here and actually get some finalized lines. There we go. Well, I didn't mean that to be that big. Never mind. Undo that. Undo that. There we go. So yeah, our weather has been actually pretty darn good. I'm not going to complain about it. Hazel, are you getting hit with the smoke from the wildfires up in Canada? Because I know we had a little bit of haze from that here. And Jay, didn't you say that you were getting like really rainy and yucky weather? Sorry, as soon as I get these lines the way I want them, I will be able to chat a little bit better. Some days I feel like chatting and drawing is like the hardest part of this. Oh, thank you. I'm working on it. We're getting there. Oh my goodness, what am I doing here? Other than trying to draw this owl. There we go. Silly feet. Big old fat toes on this owl. Because it's a cartoon owl. And cartoon owls get big silly feet. So yeah, the Baltimore Oriole has been coming by every day, and I put some jelly out for him, which he really, really likes. So he's been coming by pretty much every day, just being absolutely gorgeous. And then the hummingbirds are back, which I really, really, really like. I love hummingbirds. Even if I'm always a little bit, shouldn't be leery of them, but, you know. Thanks to Kristen Britton, I might have a little bit of paranoia about hummingbirds. I've never seen an author make a hummingbird a antagonist before, but Kristen Britton sure did. And then I had the rose-breasted grosbeak last week, who was so pretty, and kept looking in through the window. I love the birds that we get around here. They are so cool. Oh, that's too small. Oh, now it's even smaller. Now it's too big. There we go. There's been a lot of storms this year. It's been kind of insane. I'm kind of wondering what hurricane season's going to look like with how absolutely wild the weather has been this year. Hopefully it won't be bad, but who knows? Alright, let's put some leaves on this here tree. Oh my gosh. You know, I think that's the thing I hated the most when I lived in Tennessee and in Texas was the storms that we always got. It was a lot. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you were safe. All right, now I can erase the bottom and, oh wait, no, not yet. Go back up to layer 2. And go back to making sure that we have the right pencil. Yes, we do. Because I do want to get the eyes in. There we go. That'll work. Now I can erase the stuff underneath. And get a better look here. Yes. I think that's the best part about the whole digital art thing, is being able to kind of wipe away the bottom things if you want to, and actually have and actually see when you forgot to put a line in. All right, yay! Oh, it's so funny. As you can see, I am in long sleeves again, because like I said, we actually went back to we actually went back to the weather that we're supposed to have here, so it's been a little bit chilly, not cold, but definitely a little bit chilly. All right, I need to go back and get back to my pencil because I did forget to put, there we go. I'm not sure if this looks like an owl or just a bird. It could look like just a baby bird. Who knows? But it's fun, so it doesn't matter. Alright. Now, I need to block in some colors or something. Okay, there it is. Alright. I want... and then I want kind of a yellow. No, not that color. That's way too dark. Feet! Yay, feet! Ah, the things that you do because it's fun. See, when I lived down south, I remember actually living in a lot of much less clothing. Welcome back! I am putting some color in things. Woo! That is... You can tell that that did not have the intended effect there. There we go. That leaf did not have its closed-in line, that's for sure. Nope. Alright. Undo that. That makes sense. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I definitely appreciate the fact that digital art makes it much easier to just correct a mistake. Alright, now I can make it brown. Oh, alright, you made brownies? Oh. I have been trying to be so good with food lately. Note I say trying. It's really hard. I'm like, why does food have to taste so good? That's not fair. It makes the thought of losing weight much harder when food just tastes good. Which is just so not fair. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. But food is yummy. Alright. Let's do that and do this cute little beak. And that cute little beak. And then we just need a little mouth tonguey bit. Yay! Alright. Now we try and actually make things look, you know, more like I want them to look. So, there. And we're gonna go there. So yeah, I feel like I've gotten a lot done around the house. And there's always still so much more to do, which is understandable but frustrating. But you know what? I really do feel like I've gotten a lot of things done that I wanted to get done. So that's at least good. Alright, I need this, and then kind of a brownish color. Alright. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up liking this or not. I feel like I always say that at this point of drawing. But it's always true at about this point when I'm drawing. So, are you guys getting a lot of spring flowers? Ooh, Mexican pizza. That sounds like a good kind of leftover, though. Over the weekend, I made brisket. And I had brisket leftovers today, which was delicious. And I was very, very happy about. And then I also made, on Mother's Day, I made myself my mom's version of enchiladas, which was also very yummy. And I have leftovers of that I might end up eating tomorrow. Because I don't feel like cooking. I actually ate cereal right before I got on the live. which is probably the worst thing in the world to eat, but at the same time, it fills the hole. So you gotta appreciate that. There we go. Alright, and then we need some... I don't know if you've seen the cooking stuff that I've done on my channel, but I did a video with my mom's version of enchiladas. I made a video of them. They are not enchiladas. I will just say that with my whole chest. They are not actually enchiladas. They're very Midwestern, but they're actually really, really good. I don't even know what you would call them or consider them, but they're not actually enchiladas. They're just yummy. We like food. Unfortunately, I think I like food too much, but you know, what you gonna do? Don't answer that, because I don't know what the answer to that would end up being. But I know I definitely like food more than I probably should. Especially considering how picky I really am, you would think that I would be a stick figure. It's kind of frustrating. Hazel, you are very right about that, Lori. That is a very good point. Alright, so is anybody watching anything fun on YouTube or anything? I am curious. I'm always looking for new things, and it seems like sometimes I run out of things to watch on YouTube. And considering YouTube is my primary entertainment source, I'm always looking for new stuff. Oh, these are the silliest feet ever. I really do love cooking. And I probably do it more than I need to, but at the same time, I like doing it, so. Alright, let's go back up here. Go back to that. Make it a little bit bigger, because I need some shadows. Not that color, though. Yeah, YouTube is all I watch because, as I've said so many times before, I have not had actual TV in like 5 or 6 years at least. I got rid of it. I don't miss it. But I do like to have something to entertain myself, and so YouTube it is. You know? It works. I think. And the whole free thing makes it even better. You know? That and the fact that I swear there is a channel for everything on YouTube. Which makes it really kind of cool. Now I need to find that down even more. You know, you can find everything from how to like do something to just entertainment to as much drama as TLC has ever pumped out, you know. Oh. I still love The Wheel of Time. I always say if you want to get into The Wheel of Time, you have to read at least 3/4 of the way into the first book because it does not hook you immediately, which is sad. Like, I really wish that it hooked in better, but that was a series that I loved. When I lived in Texas, I had a friend who lived there, and we used to sit there and basically cast our own Wheel of Time movie. And, you know, we would basically say that it could be any actor or actress, living or dead, through all of history, and we spent far too much time casting our own version of the Wheel of Time movie. That being said, no, I have not actually seen the show that they've done. I don't have any issue with the actors. I think that the actors that they picked actually probably work really, really well. But I haven't watched it because I don't have Amazon Prime. So, kind of makes it a little bit hard to see a show when you can't watch it. What is he writing, Lori? I haven't actually... I don't think I've seen, which is kind of funny because I actually follow him on Twitter, but... I'm actually looking forward to one of my very favorite authors, Kristen Britton, is working on the next Green Rider book. And I am impatiently waiting for it. I think it'll be book 8 or book 9. That's a good series. It's called Holly? Stephen King is, like, really awesome. I probably started on Stephen King far too young. I remember being in 5th or 6th grade, I think. And I was on vacation with my family at my grandma's house. And this was after my grandparents owned a bar up in the Keweenaw Peninsula up here in the UP. And then I think when I was in 3rd or 4th grade, they sold the bar and they moved to Indiana. And then I didn't enjoy vacations with them nearly as much, because I definitely liked being in the UP a lot more than I liked being in Indiana. So I would spend a lot of the vacations over at my aunt's house, and I think it was one of my cousins had some Stephen King novels. And they had one of those really awesome window seats in their house. And so I curled up on the window seat and began reading Stephen King. I'm not sure that it's really a 5th grade appropriate reading material, but you know what? I enjoyed it. The very first Stephen King book I read was Salem's Lot. I'm actually, I see that they have made the Stephen King story that still haunts me into a movie recently. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, because Stephen King's story, The Boogeyman, is the reason that I slept with lights on and my closet door wide open so I could see into it at all times for probably far too long of my life. I will not be seeing that movie. The book messed me up bad enough. I am totally not going to see Stephen King's Boogeyman in the theaters or in any sort of video form. Couldn't do it. Nope, 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 nope. You know, ironically, considering what all of my more popular videos on YouTube are, ironically, I don't like audiobooks. That sounds like such a terrible thing to say. But I've never actually liked audiobooks. I don't like listening to my books. I like curling up and reading them, which is really ironic considering what I do on a daily basis on my channel, reading books out loud. I like reading books out loud. I just don't like listening to them. So I think I've only maybe listened to maybe 2 audiobooks, and that was like kids' books back when my kids were little. And the irony of that is not lost on me. Yeah, I love the characters that Stephen King comes up with. He has an incredible... I know, Hazel. I can't help it, though. I don't like listening to him. I like reading books myself. I can't help it. It does feel a little bit like blasphemy when I say that, though, doesn't it? But it's true. Now you guys know my dirty little secret. I don't actually enjoy listening to the thing that I like doing. I like reading, though. I think you can tell I like reading. And I don't have a problem with... I mean, I love the fact that people like to listen to me read. That is something I never expected. As I've said about a bazillion times before, the fact that I read out loud on my channel is actually all thanks to Jay, who just popped back into the chat. So you could either thank or blame him, depending on if you enjoy it. Oh, The Stand was just, oh my gosh. When I got The Stand for the first time, the big, thick, unabridged version of The Stand, I think I read it in one sitting because I couldn't put it down. It was so good. I still reread it every couple of years. And it always gets me every single time. It is a very intense book. But you know what? That's another one that I know I've seen at least one of the adaptations that they made of it, and it just did not hit me the way that the book did. Like, the book is just so much better because it's just got so much more detail. Alright, I need some really, maybe even a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Trash mouth is your spirit animal. That's a good one. Have you ever read Stephen King's Insomnia? I love that one. I don't know why I like that one so much. I know a lot of people don't like it. But I always liked Insomnia a lot. Insomnia is interesting because it kind of ties in with some of the characters from It, which makes it really interesting. Not all of them, but you do get to see a few of them. Alright, let's go back into... The Creepy Little Doctor Men are, oh, that's such a good book. It really is. You know, it's funny, I have thought more than once about trying to read Stephen King on the channel, but I just don't know that I could do his books justice. He is so intense. Plus, I don't think I could do some of the, I don't think I could repeat some of the more problematic characters' language without just not feeling comfortable. Like, it's bad enough I just don't like... Ralph and Lois are awesome. There's just so much... Like, I don't mind that Stephen King writes the characters, like the different bad characters, as racist and stuff. It's just really hard to say words like that. And it's like, I'm trying to stay at least kind of wholesome. Although, if you've been watching the most recent Brain Ship book, boy oh boy, S.M. Sterling definitely had more of a potty mouth than Anne McCaffrey usually did. I was like, I can't say that it doesn't fit in the book, but I was like, wow, this book is a lot more intense than a lot of other Anne McCaffrey books. It's a good book, though. It really is. I've been enjoying reading it. I can't believe I only have one more chapter to go. I still have not read The Gunslinger. And you guys can get me for sacrilege yet again. I started to read it one time and I just couldn't get into it as much. I don't know why. Because I feel like I should enjoy it. I'll probably try it again soon. It's so funny because, just talking about insomnia, I know insomnia ties in with the Dark Tower and the Gunslinger series too. Which definitely makes me, again, feel like I should try to pick up the Dark Tower again. Yeah, pern swearing is fun. And fartles. I'm like, fartles. Fartles. Oh, fartles. Okay, I'm starting to like the owl more now. See, I knew it would just take a little bit of time here before I actually got to the point where I started to like it. Alright, now I need my blendy blend. Then we gotta work on this tree underneath the owl. But you gotta get the owl done first. Definitely. Oh, did you? Oh my gosh, okay. I don't know that I've ever gotten so mad that I threw a book across the room, but I could see it happening one day. I could see it. Alright, I need... Again? No, I don't like that. Undo that. Maybe. I don't know. Hmm? All right, okay. Well, it's definitely some kind of an owl. Let me go back because I do want to fix this. So... all right. Oh, that's much cuter. Okay. Oh my gosh. You know, I didn't read Gone with the Wind until I was, I think, in my 20s. So, good for you at reading it for you threw it out the window. Okay, that's... I can see being mad at Scarlett. She was at least a little bit insufferable through a lot of that book. So basically what you're saying, Lori, is you have a definite precedent with throwing your books out windows? Or throwing your books when they get you mad? Fair enough. I'm just digging the image of you getting so mad at Scarlett O'Hara. Just chucking the book out the window. That is awesome, Lori. I feel like that is a much better way than trying to forbid your kids from reading. You've only done it with those 2 books? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. Now, let's see if we can do something with this tree. I know I was a teenager when I read Clan of the Cave Bear, because that was when I found it. And then I spent all of one summer trying to nap Flint. Oh, that's really good, Lori. You know, I remember, and I think I've told this before because, you know, it's hard to come up with new stories. But one time, because my parents knew that the best way to punish me was not to ground me to my room because I enjoyed being in my room. So usually when I would do something that was bad enough to be grounded, they would take away all that they knew I had, of my books and my art supplies and my music. Because they knew just grounding me to my room was where I kind of wanted to go, because I kind of just wanted to be in my room and read anyway. So when I would get grounded, a lot of times I would get grounded away from books. And if you took away my books, I was a very, very sad child. So, and I would get desperate enough to read anything. So I have actually read the dictionary because it was the only book that was available to read. Yeah, oh, yeah. It got to the point where after they had grounded me away from books a couple times and I knew it was coming, I kind of had books hidden all over my room most of the time. So I always had emergency books after a while. Because, you know, I can't be grounded away from my best friend of books. I was a weird kid. Yeah, it seems so wrong to me too, but I guess they probably wanted to punish me with something that they knew would feel a lot more like a punishment. And taking away my books was definitely more of a punishment than just sending me to my room. You love taking away the phone. You could take away my phone. I wouldn't bother much. Well, no, actually, that's a lie. If you took away my phone from me now, I would be very upset because that's how I get all of my really good pictures that I like taking. Like I said, I've had a absolutely gorgeous Baltimore Oriole that keeps getting pictures snapped of it because he's just so pretty. Most of the time, what I was getting punished for was, as I've said before, I was also a terrible student who never actually did her homework. So I think they thought if they took away my books, I would end up doing my homework, but that never really worked either. I think I only ever really did homework for 1 or 2 classes because I was not a good student. I was in fact a very bad student. I wasn't dumb. I just couldn't be bothered. Oh, that's awesome, Lori. I don't remember ever learning to read. It just feels like I always knew how, and I know I didn't always know how to read, but I don't remember actually learning. So, oh, speaking of, hang on here. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know if I have a picture of it on my regular computer, but I might. Because I know, Hazel, you said you don't do Instagram. So I think I can do this. Let me look here. Alright. Let me do this, and do this, and then... Can I do this without... Oh, I know how I can do this. Give me a second. I can do this. I am smarticle. I know I am. Alright. Image. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Browse. Go here. Now I just have to dig around. Oh, I showed you the Oriole? Okay. I've got a couple new pictures of it, but... let me see here. Let me see if I can do it, because I've got the new pictures, but I haven't put them up on the computer, which makes it a little bit harder. I just... I don't know what was up with me. I did not enjoy most of school. All right, let me see. I'm going to hold this up to the camera and we'll see if it will actually show. This is the dumb little squirrel that I have not gotten onto the computer yet, that I put up on Instagram earlier today. He's very cute. Oh, actually, let's make this bigger. No, that's the wrong thing. All right. All right. There we go. Oh, yep. He was very, very, very dumb. He was climbing the window. And so I went out and sat down, and he was like, I'm going to be silly. And then this is a very good picture I got of the Baltimore Oriole today. Or maybe it was yesterday. He was very flashy. And my very, very, very favorite crow, Poe, decided to come by and pose. Because he is just so cute. So I haven't gotten those on the computer yet, which is why it makes it harder to actually get them up. All right. Now let's shrink this back down. There we go. So I thought that was cute. I like my dumb birds. I definitely like my dumb birds. All right, now what do we need to do? Oh, now I need to pick this back up again. Poe is beautiful, and Poe actually has a mate this year, so I am so excited for him. And I have decided that his mate's name is, obviously, if you're going to have a crow named Poe, and he starts bringing around a woman, she's going to be named Lenore. She's so cute. And Poe is so cute. Poe is definitely braver than Lenore is. Haven't named the Baltimore Oriole yet. I'm kind of hoping he sticks around. He came by once or twice last year, but he's definitely been here a lot longer this year. You know, I remember when I first found The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe books, I actually started that series with, Annabelle Lee would have been a good one too, but no, I took it from the poem, so. Quoth the Raven, nevermore. But the first of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe books that I read was actually The Horse and His Boy, and it was because I was a horse girl. I never actually failed a grade, which amazes me. I am so surprised that I did not fail a grade. My only saving grace throughout school was the fact that I would get all A's on my tests and all F's on my homework. So yeah, you can tell I was a really bad student. Just because I just didn't want to do it. I was kind of a terrible kid. Well, I wasn't a terrible kid. Honestly, I could have been a lot worse. But I definitely was not a studious kid. We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll definitely go with that. Alright, let's see here. I need to go into greens. I need this to be smaller. There we go. I think I only had 1 or 2 teachers that actually got me to do homework, and that was because I just really liked them. I was like, okay, you're a really good teacher. I really like you. And so I actually did homework for them. Most other teachers, I was like, no, I'm not having fun. I don't care about this. I will pass your silly test, but you're not going to get me to do any homework. You were an obnoxious kid. I bet you weren't. I bet you were just smart and bored. I mean, it happens. Yeah, I'm sure that you were not obnoxious. And even if you were a kid and you're not obnoxious now, so it all works. Just like I like to at least think that I'm not nearly as lazy as I was as a kid. So, you know, we all learn and grow. I don't know that I would be any better if you threw me back into school now, but maybe I would be. Maybe. There we go. You know that there are a lot worse ways to be, Lori. You could be a kid who didn't want to know anything. Knowledge is a good thing. Alright, I want the blendy thing. I want that blendy thing, and I want it much, much smaller. You know, it's funny. Both of my kids were much better about school than I was. So I guess I did something right in not letting them be as blasé about it as I was. Alright, one last leaf and then we'll tighten up this thing here. Alright, and go back to that. And then go back to this thing. So I'm hoping that when my company is here, I can convince them that they want to go out and do some touristy things up here, and I will actually get a good deal of it videotaped. I'm kind of guessing. Because, you know, I would like to take some people out and do the touristy thing, and then actually get you guys some good touristy video. I haven't decided, or I don't know what they want to do when they come. You know, your mom sounds like an awesome person, by the way. So I'm hoping that when my company is here, we will go, hopefully, crossing my fingers, I would like to go to Tequamanen Falls. I am having my late husband's parents, so my kids' grandparents are coming, just for a couple of days. They're coming through, I haven't seen them in several years. And they are coming just for a couple of days. And so it should be okay, you know? It should be a okay visit. Politically, we are definitely not on the same page, but you know what? I know how to not talk politics when people are around, so hopefully that should be fine. And like I said, I want to do some fun touristy stuff. And I think, I'm thinking maybe Tequamanen Falls, maybe the Shipwreck Museum. And you can definitely count on the fact that whatever I do, the video camera is going to be with me, so you guys will get at least some footage of some really cool Upper Peninsula places. I kind of thought about maybe, although I don't remember how much it costs, so, and I don't know what they're going to want to do. But, I could talk birds and berries and flowers all day long. I'm not sure what they'll want to do, but there's also the possibility of taking the Pictured Rocks boat tour, which I have not done in a couple of years and is so worth it. Like I said, they're only going to be here for a couple of days, so you have to balance out what you want to do versus how much energy everybody has versus, you know, time constraints. I live near a lot of lighthouses. Yeah, I haven't really done any lighthouses other than the one in Manistee on the channel. That could be fun. Lighthouses are always exciting. Alright, I need to go back down a level. Lighthouses are fun. I definitely agree with that. Or do I want to go down a level? I think I need to go down a level. No, I need to go up another level. There we go. Alright. Now, let me think. Oh, you know what? I ran out of music. Hang on, let me get myself some music again. I'm like, where is my music? So obviously, we just go with new music. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear the music at all, but I was like, where did all of my distractions go? Yeah, there's, and of course, you know, every lighthouse is haunted, so always have to keep that in mind. Alright, can I do... Alright, can I do this without messing up my thing? They have, I don't know that they ever came to the cabin, but I took a trip with them when my boys were very, very, very tiny. Like, it was right after my late husband died, and I think the boys were about 2.5 and about 6 months old was how old the boys were. And I know we stayed with friends across the lake because it was when my parents were just buying the cabin from my grandparents. And I don't know that they've seen the cabin since then. I don't think. It's been a very long time. Oh, neat. Yeah, that is probably my biggest problem with going to lighthouses. I like to do all the touring around them, but I have a very hard time getting up into them. 'Cause I am not all that fond of heights either. So, I don't know. I mean, we'll figure out something to do. You can always figure out something to do up here. Unless you're into cities and shopping. I mean, well, there are cities and there are places up here. They just aren't really cities the way most people think of them. They're tiny cities. Yeah, we're gonna go with tiny cities. Itty bitty towns. I think the biggest, it sucked. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it sucked. When their dad died, my youngest was 6 months old, and the oldest, well, was he 6? No, he was 4 months old. So yeah, when my late husband died, the youngest was 4 months old, and the oldest one was just a little bit over, let's see, just barely over 2. And yeah, it definitely sucked. He had, in case somebody's about to ask, he had an aneurysm that essentially blew inside of his heart. And that's actually not what killed him. It just set up the circumstances that led to his death. Because after he had the aneurysm, he was in the army at the time, and they medically retired him. And after he had been medically retired, they found out that his heart valve had stretched out because of the aneurysm. So they took him in for a heart valve replacement surgery, and he woke up once after the surgery, but it wasn't much of a wake up. And he died 8 days later, and the really, 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 really sucky part was he actually died on Valentine's Day when our son was 4 months old. So it sucked. But it was also like 30 years ago. So, I mean, I feel like I coped as well as you are able with that. And I'm not nearly as bitter about Valentine's Day as I used to be. I used to snarl at the entire world on Valentine's Day. I was not happy about it. But I feel like I've gotten a little bit better. I still don't do much in the way of Valentine's Day, but at least I don't snarl at people anymore. you know? So that part's kind of good. But yeah, being a single parent was, it was exciting. No, it wasn't exciting. It sucked. Being both mom and dad is a very hard job. But you know, I feel like it ended up being worth it because I think I raised a couple of absolutely fantastic kids. And, you know, I've seen and done a lot of good things. So, despite the fact that sometimes life is hard, you just keep on rolling, you know? It was actually his aortic valve. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it took me a very, 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 very long time to go from snarling at everybody to just being kind of grumpy, you know? Now I'm just kind of grumpy most of those days. I still am not, like, overly thrilled when it comes to Valentine's Day. Because I'm like, this is not a good day for me. But I'm not nearly as snarly as I used to be. Yeah, being a single parent sucks. Like, no lie in that at all. Being a single parent sucks. But at the same time, I did not want to, I guess, expose my kids to much in the way of dating. Plus, yeah, I never really got asked out, so... Probably because I was so busy snarling at people. So I just pretty much have been just me, which is fine. Alright, I want a very, very, very white now. Just for some little clouds. Look, little clouds, yay! Growling, you know. Sometimes growling can be a coping mechanism. At least that's what I'm rolling with. It's totally a coping mechanism. I just realized that this needs a little bit of shading because I had forgotten about this part. So let's fix it. There we go. Alright. And a little bit of this color. There we go. You know, I kind of like this. This owl turned out kind of good. Well, my youngest son actually is out of state with his husband, and I'm fairly sure that his grandparents don't approve of anybody who does not live their lifestyle. So, no, my youngest will not be here. But my oldest lives with me, so he'll be here. And, you know, it'll be an okay one, you know? Yeah, you know what? That is a very good rule. Oh, thank you, Jay. I'm kind of happy with it. So, yay! I think we're only doing one artwork tonight because Christine is a very sleepy person. But I like it. I think I'm actually going to save this one. I probably should sign it. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Also, I forgot to flip the camera around, but tripod was here not very long ago. And I forgot to let everybody know that. Bad me. Oh, I kind of do like it. That's kind of cute. Wait, I'm not done with it. I signed it and I'm not done with it. Now I feel silly. But I do want just maybe just a very, very light color. Let's go in there. There we go. I want gray. I don't want, hold on. There we go. I just want to give these clouds a little bit of shape. And then I will probably there we go. Yay! Thank you, Hazel. Alright, a little bit of... just soften it up just a little bit. Yeah, I mean... it is what it is. Some people just are like that. And it is what it is. And like I said, I will stay away from politics and religion while they're here, because we don't actually agree on any of that. And, you know, I am perfectly willing to let people be who they are, as long as they aren't trying to make me be who they are, you know? So, but it'll be okay, I think. And if it won't, well, then I will be a very cranky person, but that will also be what it is, you know? But it's only for a couple days, so if it's not a good visit, it's only for a couple days, and if it is a good visit, well, it's still only for a couple days. Okay, now I'm happy with him. Yay! He's kind of cute. Oh, I need to actually save him. Alright. Save as. Let's make him a JPEG, because being a JPEG is always better for me. And we're going to call him Owl. Yay! Save. Okay. Yay! Oh yeah, he has found love and commitment, and you know. You guys will know, good or bad. I'm hoping that it'll be good. Like I said, I think it will. And if I can will it into being good, then I will definitely be doing that, you know? And if all else fails, I will just take them to all of the different places until we're all so tired that we go to sleep. That always works too, you know? But no matter what, if you guys want to show up to the Friday live stream that is still on, yeah, what day is Friday? I think it's still on. I don't think they're going to be here until... Yeah, Friday's World of Warcraft live stream is still on. So I will be back on Friday at 10 p.m. because we are getting closer and closer to actually completely leveling out Blario. She's about to hit max level. It is a good plan, and it does work with kids. And you know what? Everybody, we're just going to just pretend that everybody is a kid. So I'm going to be streaming on Friday. This works out really well because, you know, I do the art streams every other week. So next week I wouldn't be doing that anyway. And right now I am planning on having every other thing be the same. I don't think there will be any interruptions in videos. I'm working really, really hard to get everything pre-recorded so I can have a couple of days to just hang out with them. So anyway, our owl is done. I think it's very cute. And I will see you guys on Friday. Thanks for coming.